Hello, in this really short video I will try to explain you how I make the really big dots. And as you can see behind me, I make really large paintings with dots. So on this one, for instance here, is a dot like this. And I get a lot of questions about how do I make the really big dots. So I will show you in this video. I have just a piece of carton, put some black paint on it. All my backgrounds are really dark, like black or dark brown. I have my mix. I made a separate video about how I mix my paint and what kind of brushes I use, so please watch that if you want to know. The mix of the paint is acrylic paint from Amsterdam mixed with Liquitex pouring medium, and that makes it thinner and glossy and dries up really nice. So I mix it and it drips like this. Not really dripping, but it is dripping. And that's the perfect substance. So if I want to make a dot, I put a lot of paint on my brush and I just slightly touch the paper. And then there's the first dot. But this is not a big one, huh? This is a small one. So you can see, this is how I normally make the dots. So if I want to make a bigger one, it's not only pushing harder, but using much more paint and make the paint thinner. So I will show you. I have a separate box here. I put some paint in it. Just a little bit. See, that's the same mix. And I put in some more of the pouring medium. You can also use a little bit of water, but the more water, the less colorful it will dry up. So try not to use too much water. So I put in some pouring medium. I'll mix it. And now it gets really thin. In this way, see, it drips more. So it will be easier to make a really big dot. So I will show you. I use the same brush. So it's the same size. You don't need bigger brushes to make bigger dots. You just need more paint, and the paint needs to be more liquid. So I put it here. You can see it's already a little bit bigger, and then I just use more paint like this. Don't push too hard, because then it's not going to be a drip anymore, it's going to be a stamp, and it gives a different effect. So just, and you have to do it quickly, because if it dries, you won't be able to make a nice dot. So just use a lot of paint, and you see I'm just pushing it to the outside, so it still is a circle, but you got a much larger dot, and that's how it works.